Whether comic books, anime, cartoons, or video games, the ability to manipulate poison and other toxic substances has become a recurring theme in pop culture. Of course, while there are creatures in our world who develop toxins within our bodies, leading to their venomous or poisonous natures, the ideas of humans mastering toxikinesis is ridiculous. I mean, there is no way a human can literally become toxic, right? On February 19th, 1994, at about 8:15 p.m., 31-year-old Gloria Ramirez, who was suffering from the effects of advanced cervical cancer, was brought into the emergency room of Riverside General Hospital by paramedics. She was extremely confused and suffering from tachycardia, as well as abnormal respiration. Though medical staff injected her with several sedatives in hopes of calming her down, it soon became clear that she was responding poorly to the treatment. Staff then attempted to defibrillate her heart, and it is at this point that several people saw an oily sheen covering Gloria Ramirez's body. Some even noticed a fruity garlic-like odor was coming from her mouth. Susan Kane, a registered nurse, attempted to draw blood from Gloria's arm and noticed an ammonia-like smell coming from the tube. When she passed the syringe to medical resident Julie Gordinci, she noticed the manila-colored particles floating in the blood. At this point, Susan Kane fainted and, not too long after, Julie Gorginski complained about feeling nauseated before she too passed out. Maureen Welch, a respiratory therapist who was assisting in the trauma room, was the third to pass out, and it was at this point that staff was ordered to evacuate all emergency room patients to the parking lot outside the hospital. At 8:50, after 45 minutes of CPR and defibrillation, Gloria Ramirez was pronounced dead from kidney failure related to her cancer. In total, 23 members of the emergency room staff were found to suffer at least one symptom after being in contact with the ill patient. Julie Gorginski, one of the first to fall victim, seemed to have gotten it the worst, as she spent 2 weeks after the exposure in the intensive care unit with breathing problems, hepatitis, and a vascular necrosis in her knees. While investigators spent years trying to figure out the exact cause of the mysterious gases emanating from the woman that strange night, there have been no clear conclusions. Some say that a deadly combination of chemicals may have been accidentally created within Gloria as a result of various medications and topical ointments used to treat the symptoms of cancer. On the other hand, others believe that the hospital staff most likely experienced an outbreak of mass hysteria, perhaps triggered by an odor. In other words, their stress and anxiety, coupled with the strange smell coming from the woman, led to them all feeling sick. However, various factors seem to contradict these ideas, and no clear explanation has ever been found. All that is known is that this dying woman, similar to something out of a comic book or video game, emitted some sort of toxic aura that made all those around her ill. It is a shame that she passed on so young, and that her legacy has become a large question mark in the scientific community. Have a good night, everybody, and remember that sometimes life really is as strange as fiction.